And tonight, that video, that single act of retaliation, the moment when a 15-year-old boy said enough is enough and finally stood up for himself, taking on those who wanted to take him down. That boy is Casey Highness, bullied for much of his life, a hero to millions tonight.
He just came up out of nowhere and grabbed me by the shirt, and then he punched me in the face. Then he goes for a second hit, I blocked it, and third hit, I don't know if he connected, and then fourth and fifth, he tried to hit me. And then I actually snapped and grabbed him, picked him up off the ground, threw him to the ground in self-defense.
He's the boy who stood up to a bully.
I had about 8 friends. My 8 friends ditched me that first year, and then the teasing started from there.
When you say teasing, what do you mean?
Like calling me like fatty and all of that, and slapping me across the back of their head, like tripping me, throwing water bombs at me.
How often would this stuff go on?
Practically every day.
How did you feel when those 8 friends that you had deserted you?
Lonely. I was all alone. That's how the easy target came along.
You had no one to back you up?
Nope. Nobody.
Hey Sam and Allira, did you happen to watch A Current Affair last night and see that video clip on bullying where a boy named Richard started punching a boy named Casey in the face and stomach? And Casey, who then went on to explain, was the victim and had been getting bullied his whole life, had just had enough, and he fought back. And he picked up this kid Richard and slammed him on the ground so hard. It was filmed by another student on his phone, and it's all over the news.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you know it's on YouTube as well? And this Casey guy's already got tons of positive feedback, and his comments and video responses. It's not just nationwide anymore, it's global.
Oh yeah, I saw that as well. It really brings to my attention how big of an issue bullying is and how emotional and physical it can be. The boy who used his phone to film just stood by and watched was so shocking. I just don't understand how someone can stand there and film letting the bullying openly happen.
Yeah, I don't know, Allira. I think the person who filmed it was as much of a bully as Richard. To let it happen is as bad as participating itself. The video's gone viral, and has now become a national and global issue. The amount of support for the victim Casey is now astonishing.
Do you think that Casey was wrong to fight him back, Bart? Like, does it make him as bad as Richard? I mean, because of Casey's actions, the video has become a massive anti-bullying campaign in itself.
It makes me realise how the issue of bullying needs to be addressed, and there is so much more we could do in our schools and the classroom to educate kids on bullying. I feel we should educate the school community about bullying and incorporate more knowledge, activities and workshops on technology and bullying. We should ask the principal to revisit our anti-bullying policy so that teachers and students have a guideline of what to follow.
Yeah, I agree. I also feel that we should be openly discussing bullying with the students and discussing issues, such as difference, diversity, religion, socio-cultural. Like you said, more activities and workshops, promoting and cooperating in an environment through getting small groups together to discuss what we should do if bullying occurs. I think children need to have a clear understanding of what to do if children themselves are being bullied, if they know someone who's being bullied, or if they are themselves the bully.
I reckon we should all take more observations and surveys to monitor what bullying is occurring in our school, because there are so many ways and reasons why someone can be bullied. I've seen cases such as children being bullied because of race, gender and even socioeconomic class. I think assembly would be a good way to educate all students in the school, giving them the opportunity to speak up against bullying issues and develop slogans so that the students know we are providing a safe environment free of bullying.
I agree. Some activities to incorporate anti-bullying into the classroom could be maybe role play. I was thinking we could get the children, depending on the grade, to role play bullying situations, and then as a class we could talk about what happened in the scenarios. For my grade 2 class, for instance, I reckon puppets would be a good way to reenact the bullying situations. This way the children can then talk amongst one another and work on a solution together. Creating an environment where difference is viewed positively and a strong sense of community is developed, it will help each child to feel safe and included. I also reckon key strategy cards could be created for each student to have a look back on, and if they need reminding or for a confidence boost, that way what they are doing in response to the bullying is the right thing. On the cards could be key strategies to follow if bullying occurs.
In Year 4s we could act out scenarios and then get them to create anti-bullying posters that we could display around the school. I also think that if we focus on creating a classroom discourse that values cultures, beliefs, languages and experiences, being inclusive so that each student knows that they are valued and that each ability and experience is valued as well.
That's a really good idea, Sam. I was thinking of getting my Year 6s to question what bullying means to them, to openly discuss how bullying takes place and how steps can be taken to prevent it, as now, more than ever, younger children are becoming exposed to media like Facebook. We need to openly discuss the difference of diversity and incorporate activities in the classroom to get rid of social norms. Also encouraging peer programs so the Year 6s and 7s can guide and promote good role modelling.
I think the Casey video would be a useful tool on its own as well, to show my kids in the classroom how far bullying can go, and to ask them who is right and who is wrong in the situation, and discuss how they might have handled the situation differently. Also, I think helping students to develop empathy and caring behaviour, as bullies often lack these behaviours. This could be done through discussing individuals' feelings of each other and how hitting and name-calling can be a hurtful thing.
Yeah, I think so. Showing bullying clips and getting the children to analyse them, so they can know what's right and what's wrong. This way we can explore all the aspects of bullying, like the bullying himself, the victim, the bystander, and how emotional issues can contribute and affect people. By creating awareness of a support network and helping students to recognise the situation in which they bully or are being bullied themselves, they can gain an understanding of what is actually meant of being, to be bullied. I think it would be a good idea not to only educate the students, but to involve the parents and the community as well, like providing information in the newsletter and inviting the parents to actually get involved